Hi guys, it's Anne, and in today's video we're going to compare 4 waterproof drugstore mascaras. So for today's video what I wanted to do was compare these 4 mascaras from the drugstore. They're all waterproof. I did do an Essence mascara video. If you're curious, I'll link that down below. I do have one Essence mascara in this test, but I was really specifically just wanting to compare waterproof mascaras to each other. So as I said, they're all waterproof and they're all... So 2 are fairly popular brand, or popular recognizable ones, and then 2 I'm like, I've never seen these before, so I'm curious to see what they're like. So what we're going to do is the video will go through mostly just a demo. I'll demo each of the waterproof mascaras. What I do is I always curl my lashes ahead of time. That's how I wear mascara, so I just felt like that's how I do it. Results may vary if you don't curl your lashes. But anyway, I do 1 coat, show what that looks like. Then I do 2 coats plus 1 coat on the bottom lashes, again to show what that looks like. I'm also testing out 2 waterproof makeup removers. Or I guess they remove waterproof makeup, and this one specifically says removes waterproof mascara. This is the Rimmel London Gentle Eye Makeup Remover, and this is the Quo Dental Waterproof Eye Makeup Remover. I've never used either of these before, and I feel like I may use this like a very, very long time ago, but I definitely have never used this before. And again, I'll show that with just one of the mascaras, just because this was a little rough on the eyeballs, so I didn't want to keep like, I don't know. This was a bit of a process, so I only showed that with one of the waterproof mascaras just to give you a sense of like how good they are at removing waterproof mascara or not. So let's get straight into this. These will be demos in no particular order. Actually, I'll do them in alphabetical order, and then I'll come back and give my like sort of final thoughts on all of these products.
Any ideas?
hopefully you watch the demo, and then this is just my personal opinion on these products. I've been using all of these mascaras for about 2 months now, so the demos are from like 2 months usage. Like I just filmed that, so I didn't film any usage with the mascara when I first bought them. As many will know, when you first buy mascara versus like even 2 weeks later can be like night and day, so because they start to dry out and the texture changes as air gets into them. So the first mascara that I reviewed is the Covergirl Professional Super Thick Lash Waterproof in Very Black. I paid $6.29 for this, so I did get this on sale. This was one of those ones that was like, I don't think I've ever seen this before, so I want to try it. When I first used this, it was kind of like, it's okay. I really like the wand on this. It's a natural bristle brush wand, and it's got the nice taper on the end. And I found the more I used this mascara, the more I liked it, which is actually really good. It's one of those things like, it's the worst when you like buy a mascara, use it once or twice, really like it, and then all of a sudden you hate it because it's changed so much after opening. But yeah, this one was like a surprise, because I've never heard anybody talk about this. Like, this is just not talked about at all, I don't think. I've never seen anybody talk about it. So yeah, I really liked the way that this went on. I like it in one application. I prefer to build this up. I prefer like really bold lashes. That's just my style. But I felt with this one I could do both like more natural light lashes, and I could also build it up and get like definitely a more like baddie lash kind of look, you know? So the next mascara that I reviewed is the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara in black, and this is $4.99, and that's not on sale. It's just $4.99 because Essence prices are like very affordable. Again, I really like the wand on this one. I like, again, that tapered wand. It's easy to get like into the corner of your eye. It's easy to like be precise if you need to be precise. This one's been an interesting one. So when I first used it, this was my favorite. Like on first use, I was like, ooh, I really like this one. I like the way it applied. I liked that, like, I got a really thick application right away, which I said I do like. So I am wearing that one today. I find though this is one of those ones that was kind of dry to start with, so it's very dry now. Like, it's definitely very goopy, and you can even see that in the demo where it was like getting pretty chunky. Like, the way I use this is, when I did that video, I scraped it off a little. I'm finding now that I need to scrape off so much. And it reminds me of, I was recently watching Kat from Beauty News. She was talking about the superhero mascara, the It Cosmetics, and she was saying this, almost like the same, she was experiencing like what I feel like I'm experiencing with this. It was like, it was really good at first, and then all of a sudden it just became way too thick and way too chunky, and like you need to like scrape off a ton of it to really get it to work the way you want it to. This one also failed in the demo in terms of waterproofness, I think because it is so thick. I did let the mascara dry for a few minutes before I did the waterproof test. I feel like because this is so thick, I probably should have waited even longer, like 5 or 6 minutes before I did that test. But yeah, this one could have that property of like chunks coming off. So it really, even though it was still waterproof, like it didn't run, it definitely flaked. But I do find from a lasting point of view, like this does last. Like, one of the reasons why I do like waterproof mascara is I find it lasts. I find regular mascara can sometimes just like wear away. Like, I have some that'll just like, I get home at the end of the day and it's like, did I even put mascara on? Because it's worn off so quickly. So yeah, I really did like this one from the beginning. The downside is I don't think it's going to last you very long because it changed so much over time. So this is the L'Oreal Lash Paradise in Waterproof in Blackest Black, and I paid $9.99 for this. That was on sale. If anyone's in Canada, they know how stupidly priced that product is. I think like it retails for like $17.99 or some asinine price like that. You can always get it at $9.99 if you wait, which I like the regular L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I feel like the waterproof version is actually very similar. So the wand is pretty much the same hourglass wand, which the more I use hourglass wand, I'm like, why? This is not useful at all. Like, it's really hard to get into like the corner of your eyes. I find this really difficult to use on lower lash line. Why is that the shape? I feel like maybe it has something to do with pulling the product off, but again, this was one that I liked when I first used it, and then the more I used it, it's very much like L'Oreal Lash Paradise. It gets dry, it gets thick, you have to really scrape it off to thin it out. But I do really like this. I find it very, very comparable to the Essence one. So obviously the Essence one is cheaper than this one, but if you like this, you might like this. But because they're very similar in terms of like they're a bit thicker and a bit drier. You're not going to get like, definitely not a natural, like if you are a natural lash person, you're not going to like either of these for sure. And the last one I tested out was this Maybelline The Rocket Volume Express Waterproof Mascara. This one is $9.99, which I'm pretty sure is the full price. I'm pretty sure I didn't buy this one on sale because it's on sale right now for $6.99 at Shoppers Drug Mart if you're curious. This one I bought because, again, I've never heard anybody talk about. It was pretty highly rated on the website. This one was, again, one that was kind of highly rated on the website, but I've never really heard anybody talk about it. I don't really love the wand on this. It's that sort of plastic wand. The bristles are just really short and it's a really fat wand. So if you're looking for a really natural effect, because I feel like this did nothing for me, especially on one coat, you might like this. I didn't like it personally. Like I said, I didn't like the wand. It felt like it didn't really give me any volume. And the volume was definitely not expressed because I definitely needed to do more than one layer. So out of all of them, this was my least favorite. And then quickly to just review the makeup removers. So the Rimmel London one did not do anything. So this, I tried this on the Maybelline one, which is like the thinnest out of all of them, and it just barely got any of it off. The Quo one does work better, but I hate the applicator. As I showed in the little demo, it's like you push this down, forgot that stuff comes out when you do that, and then it gets stuck. Like, oh, there it goes. Like, it's stupid. It's stupid. Why did you do that? Why did you just not make it like a regular applicator? I don't get the point. I don't get the point of that at all. It's dumb. To be honest, what I would recommend, I wouldn't recommend either of those. I'm not sure exactly, so the other part is I'm not sure exactly how much I paid for these. I think I paid $4.99 for this one. This one's actually a smaller size. It's 3.4 fluid ounces or 100 mils. This was like in the travel section. And I think I paid $3.99 or $4.99 for this. Bless the poor girl at the Shoppers Drug Mart. She's like, oh, there's a full-size one in the Rimmel section, and it's much more affordable, like obviously per milliliter, per ounce. And I was like, yeah, no thanks. Because I didn't know if I would like this or not, so I didn't want to buy a full size. I just wanted to try the smaller sample size. The Quo one is $10 retail, so I did pay 10. I know I paid full price for this, but it is $5 on Shoppers Drug Mart right now. So if you do like this, it is $5. They also have another one that's not for waterproof. It's just a regular one. This is the one that's kind of got the two, so you've got to like shake it up because it's got oil and water in it. But what I would actually recommend for waterproof makeup is the Marcelle waterproof eye makeup pads. This is just the little like sample size that comes, the little travel package that comes with like the full package. And these are just like the little pads. You probably can't see it, it's probably too washed out. These are the best. For me, they remove my eye makeup much easier than any other product, and they're not oily at all. And I think that's what I really like about them is they don't feel oily or greasy. So I can remove my eye makeup, but I don't feel like I need to rush and wash my face right away if I can't, or like I just wanted to remove my eye makeup and I'm not ready to wash my face yet. Yeah, it just doesn't it doesn't leave any oily residue, yet it also removes the waterproof makeup. So if anything that I can recommend with removers, it would definitely be the Marcelle remover. I don't know if you can get this in the States. I bought this pack at Winners or Marshalls for $7.99, but they obviously sell it at Shoppers Drug Mart as well. I don't know where you can get Marcelle in the States, if you can. So unfortunately, if you can't get it, then you can't buy this in the States. But hopefully, maybe like at Winners or Marshalls, you can maybe pick this up. I would buy this over the, you'll see like the blue or the red containers at Winners or Marshalls. I can't remember the brand of that, but that one is super oily and I hate it. I hate it so much. And every time I forget and then I buy it, I'm like, oh yeah, it's so oily. So in summary, I feel like all of these are pretty good. I think they're going to suit different people. I want to actually give an honorable mention. I don't know why I didn't bother testing this one. I think because I already know I like it, is the Covergirl Clump Crusher. This is the waterproof version. I quite like this one. So it is the rubber like wand, but I like the shape of it a little bit better. It's thinner. The proportion size of the wand to the spikes makes more sense to me. And how I actually use this typically is if I'm going to use a lower lash mascara, I'll usually use this. And when I decide to use this, I'll put like whatever mascara I want, like regular mascara, and then I'll take this, like it rubs like you can feel it when you pull it out. It takes off a lot of the product already. And then I just maybe scrape a little bit more off and then just do a really quick coat over top. And I feel like I get the like bonus of like the regular mascara that I like, plus like a little extra protection of the waterproof. Because typically for me, the waterproof is just like for winter time when it's like snowing and sleeting and rain, and my eyes also water a lot more in the winter time because it's cold. So I don't feel like I'm not like bawling, and I'm not like standing out in the rain like expecting, you know, my mascara to be like running down my face, but I just feel like I need a little bit of security. So that's how I use this, and that's how I typically use a waterproof mascara if I use waterproof mascara. Previously, in my former life, I used to wear contacts, so I used to wear waterproof mascara all the time because my eyes were always like watering and like just always drove me crazy. So I almost always exclusively wore waterproof mascara up until like maybe my mid-30s. So yeah, that was a weird shift to like not wear waterproof anymore, and it was so refreshing to take off my makeup at night because it wasn't so hard. So anyway, that was a little bit rambly, but if you're still with me, as I said, these are all good, but they're all good for different reasons. Like I said, my least favorite is this one, mostly because I feel like it doesn't do anything for me. But if you want a real natural look and you still want a waterproof mascara, and one that's probably easier to get off than others, this would be for you. I feel like the general all-purpose one, the one that I think is my favorite, is the Covergirl mascara one. This is the, what do they call it? The super thick lash waterproof. So I did like this. I feel like it's a good all-rounder. If you aren't sure and you just want to try a waterproof mascara, I would suggest trying this one. My next favorite to that would be the Lash Princess one, even though this one kind of failed in the waterproof test. I haven't really noticed that like on a day-to-day as an issue, so I would pick this one over this one because I feel like as much as I like L'Oreal Lash Paradise and I like the regular version, I feel like this is just a little too thick, a little too sticky. This is actually really hard to get off too. Like it feels like gummy on your it feels really, really gross on your eyelashes when you're trying to get it off. So for me, this was like not my least favorite because I still like bam lashes, which this does give you, but it's difficult to work with to get that. So hopefully that's helpful. Hopefully that was a good review. I'm curious if there's another waterproof mascara that I didn't test out or talk about that is actually your favorite, because I'd like to try it. I mean, I do like waterproof mascaras from time to time. I'm not either or, I like both. So anyway, if you did like this video, feel free to give it a little thumbs up down below. I would love it if you did subscribe to my tiny little channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.